What's going on, everybody? My name is Tamar Turner, and I'm the host of the Down to Business podcast, where the mission is to really provide exposure to businesses, entrepreneurs, and artists all around the world in their respective crafts. And we do so through audio and visual interviews where we come on and we talk about all things from getting into the business to most memorable moments to even some advice that you may give for other business owners and entrepreneurs out there. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in, we'd love to have you on for an interview. Please be sure to reach out via any social media platform and we'll definitely get back to you. But until then, enjoy this episode. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Down to Business podcast here with Tamar Turner. So whenever I get to link up, with fellow alum from East Carolina University, it's always just a good time just because, I love just, for one, ECU was just a different experience for me. I really came out of town. Luckily, I knew one person, somebody from my high school actually went to ECU. He made his decision to go there a lot earlier than I did, but I was really just coming out there on a whim. I flew down to orientation by myself and everything. It was really just crazy how I heard about ECU and crazy how I know, ended up in North Carolina. So whenever I get to, and I really just attribute a lot to ECU just about my development and just my life and stuff like that. So whenever I get to see people, whether it be people who I graduated with, people who are before me, people who are after me doing good things, especially in the business side of things and in the entrepreneurial side of things, it's always just, I'm a blessing to see. So I'm actually sitting down with Shae today and she's going to be telling us a little bit about what she does. So Shae, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Bet. So can you just tell us a little bit about, your business, what brings you on the podcast today and what motivated you to get started with everything?
Yes. So, as he said, my name is Shae. I went to ECU, but I'm also transferred to Winston-Salem University. I am getting my bachelor's in business and marketing to help better my business. I have my own clothing line called Pressured Diamonds. So I want to tell you guys a little bit of how I came about with my business name and what my business means to me. So everybody knows in order for a diamond to be made, it's put up under a lot of pressure. I think it's about 10,000 tons, if I'm not mistaken, but it's put up under a lot of pressure. So with everything that I've been dealing with in life, I lost two of my grandmas while in college. I was just, when I came to Winston-Salem, I didn't have no friends or anything. So I had to start over fresh. It was just like, I was just put up under a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure. And my cousin, actually the one that gave me the idea, she was like, Shae, I think you should start a business. You have the personality because I'm a Gemini. So I'm really, really like outgoing, perky, like good vibes, good energy. And she told me that I need to start a business. I was really scared because I was like, I don't have the money for that. Like, starting a business costs so much. And she was like, just pray about it and let God lead the way. So I was like, what should I do? She was like, well, I think you should do clothes. And I was like, well, I think that would be a good idea. I've been loving fashion since I was a little girl. Since I was 3 years old, I used to walk around in my auntie's heels and purses and sunglasses and things in that nature. So I've always loved fashion. My friends has always came to me about fashion advice. So I was like, okay, why not start a clothing line? I've had Pressured Diamonds for about a year and 3 months now. And I got my name, like I said, because I've been putting up a lot of pressure in life. And I know that God is meant for me to shine like a diamond. And that's how I want people to feel when they put on my clothes. Like I know a lot of people like those, a lot of people hardships and curveballs. So when they put on my clothes, they could be having a bad day. But when they put on that Pressured Diamonds, they're going to shine like a diamond. So that's how that came about.
Oh yeah, I love every bit of that. And you even kind of brought back something for me, something that I really used to do with almost every business that came on here, who had a unique name. I would always kind of just tell them if they had any backstory or any, memory or something that kind of they attributed to their business name and how they got started to always tell me that. So yeah, the fact that you did all of that for me, I love that. And I love the fact that, like you said, when people put on your clothes, you want them to shine, you want them to really be radiant. Almost reminds me of a previous episode I had, my boy Boom, who does Proven Radiant. But I love that. I love that, I think that even gives you a more personalized approach, like to your business when in thinking about different styles and different accessories and things you want to bring there. You want people to have the best of the best and feel like the best of the best. So that's good. And I'm glad that, you was able to get started with that. So something that really stuck out in my head, actually, because I kind of, I just celebrated my year in November of 2020. The fact that you said you've been in business now for a year and 3 months. So how was that? Walk us through, like, give us kind of like a virtual picture kind of like of your first year in business. Like, what was the response like when you first kind of dropped everything? And then what was it really like, going through the year, especially amidst the pandemic with everything that was happening last year?
Yes. So the first time I dropped, I bought, I want to say like 35 outfits. I sold out of my 35 outfits in a week, and it like blew my mind. I was like, "Oh shoot, like so is this for me? Like maybe this is for me." I sold out really quick. Everybody was loving it. I was getting orders left and right, left and right. So then when I got my second batch of clothes, I did not sell nothing but two outfits for 3 months. Two outfits for 3 months. So then that's when I got a little discouraged, like, okay, maybe this is not for me. But then I was like, well, I feel like the Lord let it be so good at first to show me, like, if you put in the hard work, if you do what you need to do, you can get a good outcome. So I didn't let those bad 3 months, discourage me or anything. I just, put my thinking hat on. I was like, okay, Shae, well, now you got to come twice harder because you got to, come back from what you just lost or whatever. So then that's when I dropped my third collection. And then when I dropped my third collection, everybody was loving it. I used different people because 9 times out of 10, I model my clothes, but I've been using different people that's on big on social media and things in that nature, as well as my friends that has businesses, because it's like, if they have a business, they face their business. And then if they put on my stuff, with my business, is like they always around because they either promoting their business or they're gonna promote mine because they, help me out with mine as well. So after my third drop, like I said, everything went good. And then from there, everything just went up. I have, as an entrepreneur, you have your good days and you have your bad days. Some days you make $0, some days you make 300, some days you make 1,000. But I'm never the entrepreneur that's always care about money. As long as I get a new face to my page on Instagram or Facebook, I'm grateful. A new share, I'm grateful. Of course, I'm definitely grateful for the sales, but it's not all about that. That's not what I'm thinking about. I feel like networking would take my business longer, give it longevity, and build it better than just getting sales, because people can buy from me all day long. But when people, actually talk about my brand, like, yeah, I bought this precious diamonds, girl, it makes me feel so good, it looks good, great quality, things in that nature, and networking and talking about it, that's going to take my business further than just like, yeah, I bought something. And so after I dropped my third collection, I started, because like I said, I'm a business marketing major. So I started actually putting the things that I learned in school towards my business. So I was instead of just like, buying clothes and then posting them, I was actually focusing on my target market, the demographics, the psychographics, the geographics, just really narrowing my target market so I can talk directly to them, because I don't never want nobody to feel like I'm pushing them to buy something. I want to like basically walk somebody through the process of buying something with Precious Diamonds through my advertising, make it feel like they need it, or have a conversation with them, make it feel like, that I can relate to them. Because like I said, with my brand, I want to use my brand to inspire and motivate people anyways. So I started putting my business stuff that I learned in school within my business. And then that's when things are starting getting better. I'm starting to get my target market that I'm actually targeting. I'm starting getting new people in my clothes. I've actually, this week I sold to somebody out of Alabama. I sold to people outside of my area, which is really big for me, because it's like, people in my area is the only one that know about my brand, but I want my brand to be known worldwide. So then I started using different marketing things, like having themes to go with my clothes. So when I branded my stuff, it would be a theme. So I dropped a collection called Rich Girl Collection, and I took it at the Rich Girl Museum in North Carolina in Greensboro that just opened. And all my like clothes matched with the rooms and things in that nature, and it got a lot of attention because it was like a lot of pretty pictures and a lot of good content. Content is really important. And then after that, I just dropped my recently collection, was called Semi Nudes, and I had a lot of nude colors and outfits and that nature because a lot of girls like nudes and stuff, and that one did really good as well. So with my year in business, I've definitely learned a lot. I learned to never give up, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how small it might look. I know my business is meant to be bigger than me. Like, I'm gonna take over Gucci, Louis, Fendi, all that one day, just mark my word. And then also, like I said, the networking has been wonderful. Also, just putting my business degree into work is also been great, because like with me being a business major, some of my classes also, we had big projects, and I was able to do projects on my business. So I built a business plan on my business. I did a marketing research project on my business. So it's things like that that's really helped me grow as a business owner as well as an entrepreneur.
Wow. When I said take us on a journey, you really took us on a journey. I love but I love every bit of that though. That's just I'm a first and foremost start just because it's so fresh in my head, and it was something that really like I really said, wow, when you said about how you only sold two outfits in the 3 months. Was I correct? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and it was just like it just made me think about the hardships that come with business, the reason why people go out of business sometimes. That's for the right person, they would have saw that and they would have discouraged and all, could have ended their business, could have stopped, could have just called it quits, could have really just took it, because that's something that you take personal in a sense, especially when you take so much pride in your business, especially with you when you think about the story behind the name and just everything, just the timing of it all, just what was going on in your life, what you were going through, what you were growing through at the same time. So it's just like, wow, that's a lot to just think about, to just come through, to just go through, to just tell yourself, hey Shay, I'm gonna go harder. If anything, I'm gonna use that as motivation. Look, and that's something that I know I've talked about in previous episodes as well. Just the spells with any business, just the spells that come along with life, the obstacles that you expect, that you don't expect with anything. And it's just crazy just to think about sometimes what you really have to go through in order to get where you really want to be. So that's just my hat off to you. Big salute for sure for keeping your head in the game, for just not allowing that to break you. For real, just saying, hey, this is what happened, and I'm not going to take this as anything against me. This is just where I'm at in life right now. But I'll be crazy if I let this stop me, especially after everything that I go through when I think about, the message behind it all. So that's just amazing. And then now you're thinking about just in ways that you've been growing. And I think that I really think that that's a great word just for business, just always looking for growing, exposure, expansion, all of that, just because it can really just bring you to new avenues, to new lights, to new things. Something that I talked about on one of my previous episodes was actually just how it's crazy how you can come into business for one thing. Like, okay, you want to start a clothing line, you want to release, let's just say, shirts to start off or something like that. But then you start going into different avenues like accessories, and then you start looking at maybe even like you break off into luggage or something like that. It's just crazy how you can go into so many different avenues with business, but you started kind of like at a base. So I think that's beautiful. And I think versatility is definitely something that's important. So now just thinking about Pressure Diamonds, just thinking about everything that you're trying to do, just thinking about something that I really love too was just the names for all of your collections. What would you say? How do you get these ideas for your content, what you drop? I know you said that you do model a lot of your fits, and you've been reaching out and kind of trying to change that a little bit and bringing different people, different influences in. So what is really a lot of the motivation behind the content and behind a lot of the products and things that you release?
I'm gonna give you my honest answer. Honestly, I'm a really creative person, and I tell people all the time, I'm God's gift. God don't play about me. So before I drop anything, I literally pray to God, Lord, show me what I need to do in order to target my target audience. Because when you pray, you got to be really specific. So I always ask him, like, tell me, like, show me what I need to do. And I just get my pen and paper and I just sit in a quiet area and I just think and I just write down ideas like, this might work. This might work. No, I don't know. And I just write down things till I find something that pop. And that's just basically what I do. I just pray to God and ask him to lead the way. And I'm just gonna give him the credit for all my marketing and stuff and those in that nature, because I just pray to him and he just leads me the way. And I just also with social media, like for my semi news collection actually. So I was just finding like a lot of cute news outfits, right? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get like all these news outfits. So my inspiration, love her to death, Jada Chavis, she had posted a picture, an all nude outfit, and her caption was him, send me nudes. And I was like, wow, that's my sign from God. I need to do the semi news collection. So that's how I came up with that one. And then the rich girl collection, I'm a rich girl. I just ain't got my payment yet, but I'm a millionaire. So when I came out with that one, I was like, well, I need to do something, that's something about me. I want rich girls in my clothes. So that's another reason why I did that one. Like I want to target to rich people, ladies with money, ladies that don't mind spending money, ladies that want to look nice, ladies that want to look like money. So I got that from that as well. And basically, yeah, I just pray to the God and just ask him to lead me. And I just put my creative skills to use and come up with things in that nature. And then, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, he started talking your cash. I like it. I'm gonna steal what you said a little bit too. So I'm a rich man. I just ain't get my payment yet. I love that.
Period.
So, but no, I think that is really important sometimes when you really the power is in prayer for sure. Just in this and speaking things into existence, just in that energy, just in your mindset. Your mind is such a powerful thing. It's crazy how when your mind is just not right, your body is just not right. You just aren't 100%. You just know that, and it can all be stemming from that mind, just your thoughts, just you know what you're putting out into the air, that energy. So I love that, and then the fact that you pay attention to things, you saw that, and you took that as a sign, and you applied that to something else. That's something I'm actually learning to do, writing down a lot of there's different ideas that you get just motivation. Otherwise, it'll just be gone with the wind. It'll just be something that you lose or be trying to recollect. But it's so important just for everybody out there, whether it pertains to business, whether it pertains just to school, life, work, whatever. Write things down, set reminders for yourself, leave notes for yourself. I love the notes app on the iPhone, and I have
Yeah.
a notepad. I have plenty of notepads that we just get, but I just love documenting stuff. But the notes app is clutch. Reminders is clutch. I live and die by notes and reminders. Those are just and they serve so many different purposes. They used to be a lot for school. Now they're a lot for just my podcast and just different things. I use them for music too, and lyrics and different stuff like that, and captions. So
Mhm.
yeah, but I ain't gonna give y'all too many ideas. You gotta tailor it to y'all a little bit. So with kind of being a couple of months into the new year now, and just I'm just thinking about everything that was experienced just in 2020 amidst the pandemic, with being a business owner, with celebrating that year, still having to be motivated to keep going. What would you say is something that you're really looking forward to doing this year with Pressure Diamonds that you may have had to put on hold last year or tailor it just a little bit differently?
Well, I don't want to. I got a couple things up my sleeve. I'm gonna say one that's I already announced because I'm a firm believer. I don't be wanting to speak on too much before it happens. Sometimes people be trying to block your blessings. But I'm gonna speak on one thing. So I'm gonna piggyback on what you were saying earlier. How when you start something really small, then you expand it to different avenues and it just blows your mind. So, like I said, I started with just selling clothes. So one day I work at Saks. One day I was at work and this man, well, before I'm gonna give a little background. So I prayed to God, like, Lord, I want to sell something else. I feel like it's something else. I'm the type of person, I need at least 7 sources of income by the time I get settled down, at least 7. So I'm like, Lord, I think it's time for me to get another source of income. So I'm like, God, what should I sell? What should I sell? So at first I was gonna do hair oil because everybody always asks me how I get my hair so long. How you grow your hair? How you grow your hair? So first I was gonna do a hair oil. Then I was like, that's kind of not that don't really go into my boutique. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I was at work one day and this man came in my job and he was like, he was looking for some fragrance, some perfume, and he asked for about these big fragrances. He's asked for like Bon Number 9, Creed, Baccarat, stuff in that nature, really high dollar perfume. And I was like, no, we don't sell it because I work at the outlet set. Saks. So I was like, we don't sell it at this Saks, but if you go to the big Saks, Fifth Avenue, then you'll be able to get it. So he was like, well, I actually have my own fragrance line. I just come smell fragrances and see which one is really popular. I was like, oh, okay. So he was a black man and he was like, I got some in the car. Would you like to buy one? I was like, well, go get one. If it smells good, I'm gonna buy one from you. So he went to his car. He got one. He got one of his sprays. He had an Impression Baccarat, the Impression Baccarat one. I smelled it, smelled just like the Baccarat, even better. And I was like, oh yeah, I need that. So like I said, I like to network. I like to talk. So I was telling him that I have my own boutique and things in that nature. And he was like, you got your own clothing line? Like, you need your own fragrance line. Like, why you don't got your own fragrance line? I was like, you know what? Nobody's came out with their own fragrance line. You might be on to something. So long story short, I met him within the next 3 days. Bought my first batch of oils. When I dropped this, my semi-news collection, because he told me to sell my oils, but I'm like, I'm the type of person where, because I like to put myself in my customer shoes too. I'm one to say that that's really important. I'm really big on customer service. I love to put myself in my customer shoes. So I'm the type of person, I'm not buying nothing I can't smell, period. That's why I told him to go to his car, let me smell it before I buy it. So when I dropped my this last collection, I gave everybody to order something, a free sample of my 3 fragrances that I might come out with. I got one called Ty Laurel, and I put together, since my real name is Tashayana, I did Ty, and then as I mentioned, I lost 2 of my grandmas. One of my grandma's name was Laura, And so I did tie Laurel with the L at the end because it's unisex, so it won't sound too girly. And it's the oppression of Baccarat 540. And then I got one called Pink Diamond, which is the oppression of Pink Sugar. And then I have one called Calan, which is the oppression of Dior Sauvage. So I got my oils. Everybody was loving them. Everybody like, I can't wait to get the big bottle. This smells so good. My best friend mom stole hers and wore it to work. And she was like, oh my God, I got so many compliments. Like I just been getting a lot of good feedback from it. And I haven't really initially dropped it. I only did like a little soft launch. So that's one thing that's coming soon. February 10th, Pressure Diamonds dropping their own fragrance line. I'm taking over. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Also, I ain't gonna say too much about this one, but I'm just give a little insight, a little bit. I'm the type of person, I'm very unique. I like things to stand out. So I want to take Pressure Diamonds to another avenue where I can stand out, where people would know that this is Pressure Diamonds. This is not just something that I, can just get for anywhere. I'm working on my luxury line. I'm not going to go in details about it, but it's going to be on the luxury type side and to target my rich girls as well. And I'm going to still have Pressure Diamonds, but like I said, I like to be unique. That's me. That's my personality. I like to stand out. So I want something that's a little more that's going to give us our identity. So I'm working on that as well.
All right, we could definitely respect that. I didn't want you to spoil too much. I always do love, when I can get people to come on here and, drop us some spoilers. Just let us know what you got coming up. Just let us know what the people can look forward to. So, okay, look, for everybody listening, ladies especially, make sure, look, y'all pay attention. Y'all turn on the post notifications. Y'all subscribe, all of that. So, and still keeping on the same subject too, just about Pressure Diamonds and everything that you have going on. For the people out there listening, for people who may have shopped with you, for people who will shop with you in the future, for people just listening to this episode, can you just tell us about some of the products that you have offered in the past, some of the products that you're currently offering?
Yes. So I like to call my products like cute streetwear clothes. So I offer sweatsuits, dresses, bodysuits, rompers, 2-piece sets. And I try to keep up with the trends. So like stack leggings was really popular. So I forgot to mention this. I invested in myself and I took a sewing class to learn how to sew because I want to tackle all aspects in the fashion world. Like I plan to be one of the biggest fashion designers in the world. So I wanted to be able to tackle any aspect of fashion. So I also learned how to sew. So I was making like stack pants from scratch, and I'm still learning how to like make outfits and things of that nature from scratch. So be on the lookout for that as well, because that's going to be something really big too. I have men's too, but it's kind of hard to target to men. So I got to do some more studying and things like that to get my men clientele like I wanted, as well as find good quality clothes, because I'm really big on quality. I'm not just going to sell anything. I have to test the quality. I make sure it's something that I will pay for rather than, just trying to sell something to make a, quick little money. I also have just like I said, I like to stay in with the trends. So like with girls, like the whole angel look, like with angels and stuff on their clothes. I had like things in that nature. And like I said, nudes was really popular this winter. So that's why I did a whole nude collection. I try to just keep up with the trends, find things that I know that's going to sell. Because what a lot of people don't understand is when you have a boutique, you cannot shop for yourself like you shopping for yourself. You have to shop for what everybody's like. So it might be something that I might not really like for myself, but I know that my target market like it, so I'm still buy it because I know it's going to sell out just like that. So like I said, I just like to keep up with the trends and get things that I know that everybody will like and will enjoy.
All right, now. I like it. I like it. And something that you said too, it made me think about a previous episode I had too, Your Lucky Day, and she was talking about how men are really hard. Are we really that hard to shop for? Is
Yes.
that for real? Like, is that for real?
For real, y'all hard to shop for. Like if I'm shopping for my daddy, anybody, y'all hard to shop for. Y'all hard to target to. I don't know what it is, because like with guys, like y'all not just because y'all see a little pretty picture don't mean nothing. Like y'all got to really want it, and I got to figure out how to make y'all really want it. Or like, and I ain't even gonna flash, y'all guys be playing too, cause y'all hit me up. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all guys hit me up like, oh, when you gonna come out with the men's? When you gonna come out with the men's? Then I come out with the men's, and they ain't trying to play the men price. I'm like, well, don't be asking if you don't want to shop. Like I don't know, y'all just real weird. I just got to y'all already a different species anyway, so I just got to learn how to get into y'all mind or something. I don't know.
Hey, I'm over here weak, man. That's funny. She said we already a different species. But okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I told her, and I'm gonna get on my fellas just the same too. Well, first and foremost, fellas, we definitely, we do gotta do better, myself included. So I'm gonna make sure I do. I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence. I'm gonna keep the ladies tapped in. I'm gonna make sure I stay in their ear about everything. But y'all also gotta stay tapped in with me. Y'all also gotta tell me what's going on too. Cause Lucky actually reached back out to me. She was bringing some shades to her business. She was just asking me like which ones would be good, and she had sent them to a lot of different fellas. So Shae, I'm gonna also offer my opinion, my helping hand to you. If there's anything that you want to bring to your business, anything that you're looking to do, definitely drop it. Definitely send it my way. We get some opinions. We could do some polls. We could do whatever it takes. Cause we're gonna get this right. We're gonna take care of the fellas. We're gonna get them to pay them in price and all of that. We're gonna get businesses booming. So something that you touched on too a couple of minutes ago was just the importance of investing in yourself. You said that you actually took a sewing class, and I think that that's time and time again a theme that resonates with a lot of the episodes that I've had. The importance of just really taking that time to invest in yourself, just really making that decision for the future, for the betterment of the business, for the betterment of you. Like I said, even previously in the episode and on episodes past, versatility is so important, especially nowadays, especially with so many different avenues, especially with so many different industries. So many people just wanting to take that route, wanting to have their own thing and do their own thing, and really wanting to be successful with it. And even something that you spoke about a lot, and something that I love that you manifested, and please continue to do so, is that you'll be a household name. That Pressure Diamonds, will be just like Saks Fifth, just like these Nordstroms, just like these Macy's and these Belks and all of that. And so, and that's something that we really need. So, can you just kind of, just for the people out there, for business owners, for entrepreneurs, can you really just express your opinion when it comes to really just investing in yourself and what that can really do to heighten your business?
Yes. So another thing, so like I come from a family that I'm a first generation college student. So I come from a family that really don't like taking risks. Like I'm about one of the only ones that got a business and things like in my immediate family and stuff like that. So I was really scared of the concept you got to spend money to make it. I won't really getting it at first. I'm like, well, I need to make the money in order to spend it, type thing. So with me being in business for a year, I've learned that when I spend money to better myself, like some people might think that like for instance, I just paid for a course to learn how to teach me how to run ads. The old Shae would be like, oh no, I'm just gonna learn how to do this on my own. But you don't know every single thing. You don't know every single thing. So I was like, investing in myself has taught me that when I spend money to make it actually is an investment in myself. I'm learning something because every day is a learning process. So I'm actually learning how to do more. I'm actually learning how to better my business. And yeah, I'm spending money, but at the same time, I'm going to get that money back because I'm putting my learning abilities into my business. So what I want to say to entrepreneurs and any other business owners is it might not look like, you need it, or it might not look like it's going to be beneficial, but if it's anything that's going to invest in yourself to help you learn anything, knowledge, anything to help you better your business, I say go for it. Even when you don't look like you got the funds. Like it's been plenty of times I'm like, ooh, do I want to invest in myself or do I want to pay to get my hair done? I think I'm gonna have to invest in myself because at the end of the day, if I invest in myself now, I won't never have to choose between paying for my hair and investing in myself because the money is going to come because I took that small initial investment to better myself as well as my business.
There y'all have it. And I think that that's something that everybody can, take from business owner, entrepreneur, nonprofit, artist, whatever. It's just important sometimes too to just always want to take on new skills, always want to embrace new knowledge. There's nothing wrong with seeking information, and finding what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I think that that's something, that's the beauty that can come from it too. Sometimes everything that go and do or go and invest in or go and take part in, it may not be for you. And I think that that's important, but you definitely can't knock something until you try it. So I love that. So is there anything about Pressure Diamonds, whether it be about things that you have coming up, things that you've done in the past, just experiences, testimonials, reviews, or anything that you feel like we haven't touched on in this episode that you feel like the people out there listening should know?
Let me think. Let me think. Basically, I just want to say, like, also just to like business owners and as well as entrepreneurs, you have to have a passion for doing things that you want to do. If you don't have a passion for it or a reason behind it, then it's not going to work. Because it's been, like I said, when I sold those 2 outfits in 3 months, I got a passion for fashion. That's why I kept going. I would have just, if I looked at my business as a little hustle, a little side hustle, that's another thing. Never look at your business as a hustle. I always look at my business as a multi-million-dollar business. When I walk into my job at Saks, because since I know that's something that I want to get my business up to that level as having a big store like at Saks, I imagine my clothes, my Pressure Diamonds clothes on the rack. So while I'm at work, I'm making sure everything looking good, because one day this is going to be my business. One day I'm going to have to learn how to do this. So with that being said, I want to say that you have to have a passion for it. You have to want to live, breathe, and die by it. You gonna want. I listen to a motivational speaker called Eric Thomas. If y'all ain't never heard of him, look him up on YouTube. Really great. He said you have to be able to want it as bad as you breathe, not bad as you can eat, because you the human body can go, how many, like 3 days without eating, or is it 7 days? Couple days. I know you can go a couple days without eating, you go a couple days without drinking, but you can't go but so many minutes or seconds without breathing. So you have to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And I truly live by that, because like I said, it's been days where I sometimes I don't feel like doing it, or sometimes I just, maybe this is not for me, but I know this is my passion. I know this is something that I want to do. So it keeps me going.
E.T. Oh my gosh, you sounded like him almost, Shae T. So no, but now you definitely, I think that's the attitude, that's the mindset that you gotta have, from how you look at your business, from how you approach it, to what you do, to just like I said, your mindset, just feeling, your space, your aura, just having those positive thoughts, those positive energies. I think that it's essential to any business, to anything that you take on, to any endeavor, just to life in general, just adopting a positive mindset. That's really something that lately, even last year, even just with everything that was going on, just really still being grateful, just really still being humble. It really taught me, it really showed me a lot. So definitely wishing you nothing but continued success, continued blessings, continued prosperity. I love everything. I love it, from the journey to just the message, to just the products, to just the authenticity, to just the message behind it, to just how you want people to genuinely look and feel, when they shop with you, when they put your products on and everything like that. So before we close things out, can you just tell people, for, like I said, for people who may know you, who may not know you, just tapping in or anything like that, where they can, find you, where they can shop with you and everything like that on social media?
Yes. So my Instagram is pressured with an ED at the end, diamonds with an S, all one word, 2 underscores. That's my Instagram. I'm going to say it again. Pressured diamonds with 2 underscores. On Facebook, I am Pressured Diamonds. And my website is www.shoppressureddiamonds.com. Again, that's www.shoppressureddiamonds.com. And as I mentioned before, I'm about to drop my fragrance line February the 10th. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And my next collection will be coming very soon after that one as well.
All right, now make sure y'all tap in, and I'm definitely gonna make sure that, as always, I put it in the bio and give y'all all the information that you need, to find her, to shop with her, to stay up to date to everything she has going on. So to Shae, thank you again so much, for coming on here, for really just being transparent, for giving us the real, for giving us everything, for giving us the trials, the tribulations, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly. And I really do, like I said, I'm excited just to see everything that you have coming. I'm gonna make sure that we get the fellas taken care of, we get them paying the price, we get them supporting, all of that. And for my ladies out there, definitely tap in with her. Definitely tap in with her. If you're not motivated by, by the end of this interview, or if you're not motivated by just, going through the website, just seeing what she does, looking at the content, then something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. So to everybody out there, I definitely do, as always, appreciate the support. Just continue tapping in with us. We got a lot coming, as we navigate through this new year. And this has been another episode of the Down to Business podcast, here with Tamar Turner.